I can't be the only one that feels like their crotch is gonna explode while sumo deadlifting. Welcome back to AM Training, and welcome back to my rice rocket of a car, because I actually had my car out to get fixed and need a new clutch, and man, it sucks when you have to dish out the money, but it is what it is. I had to get it done. You know, finding a good mechanic is hard these days. It's almost as hard as finding, natty YouTuber. But anyways, let's talk about my first week back in Candito. This should be my 5th cycle. I don't know if I should count my 3rd cycle of Candito, his program, just because I don't know if I actually went all the way through. I took bits and pieces of it doing the leg press, but just because my clavicle was messed up, I didn't want to do it. I love me some squats, but let's talk about squats. So on my squat day, this is week 1, day 1, and it was supposed to be nice and easy, but it felt really difficult, and I think it's because I totally maxed out with my PR. Last video, as you see, I'd had a deadlift PR of 535, felt pretty good, but now on this last Monday, I couldn't squat right. It just didn't. Everything felt heavy, and I know usually when I start Candito, everything feels light. So this might be a rocky start. I should deload it, but I didn't want to wait. I was kind of excited, really motivated to get through, but I did not complete my deadlifts on Candito's. I entered number 535 for my deadlifts, but when it came down to actually deadlift 430 for looks like 2 sets of 6 or 8, I could only do 3, and I actually failed the 4th, and I'm like, man, I ain't about that life. So I kind of buckled down and at least went for that last one that I missed, and I did pretty much 4 reps of 430. Felt ridiculously heavy, and my crotch is freaking on fire, but that's kind of normal when I'm, when you transition to sumo. At least for me, that it totally is burning. And so then we went on to bench day, and the cool thing about bench day is now that school started, I actually got to get a chance to go to my kind of other gym, and that's Fitness 101. You might recognize it because Humorous Fitness and Obese to Beast actually trains there. It's a pretty legit gym. I mean, I like it. It's kind of a mom and pop little gym, but it's awesome because I mean, they keep upgrading, which is pretty awesome. They have a nice little prowler there. They have a bunch of turf as well, red turf, and bench day was awesome. Pretty much felt pretty good. Bench day, let me tell you about bench day. So with bench day, I am now trying my new form. I'm doing I always put my feet flat on the floor, but now I'm trying out because my hips keep raising up. Even it could be the slightest one, even though my butt's contacted, it just looks like I'm raising up. So I decided to change my technique and have my toes down and really crank my feet behind me, so I'm less tempted to really raise my hips in the air, and it's been helping. I think I haven't been raising my hips in the air, and I haven't been doing glute bridges while benching. I am actually keeping my butt down, and everything feels pretty solid. Also got a bunch of accessory work in. You can see right here I'm doing wonderful rows along with seated dumbbell press, and that's cool because I can finally record pretty well. There's not too many people that are in the way, or setting up a camera is a little bit of douchebaggy of me, but it's not too bad in this gym. So I'm looking forward to training in this gym every other day, just because it depends on my work schedule and my school schedule, because I'm taking like 5 classes and I'm working 3 to 4 days a week, and it's killing me, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So that is what I gotta do, and then I went on to squat again. And so squat, as you can see here, I am squatting in Fitness 101. It is also wonderful. I totally love how their setup is. Also, squatting, I was trying to see, I got the parallel or depth cam view here. I wanted to see if I was actually hitting depth, because I feel like with all this tightness from sumo and soreness, from sumo deadlifts, I feel like I can't really hit the hole as much as I want to. So that is one thing that I'm working on, is getting a little bit more depth. And also here on the side view, I also want to see the bar path of my sumo, because I feel like that's going to be a big issue for me. So like I said, my groin has been killing me. What I have thought, one thing that I think my hips need is a little bit more mobility, at least with sumo. And so I actually try to do a couple of mobilizations using the convex concave rule. If you guys aren't familiar with that, which you guys should be, because like half of you guys love that video and probably subscribed from that video, is how to fix hip pain while squatting. So it's going to be the same thing but for deadlifting, and I'm actually going to tweak it a little bit, at least for me. So the whole thing is getting, you know, concave convex rule. I am getting more of a stretch, having the band pull backwards in my, you know, kind of giving me a little bit of a distraction, as well as a kind of inferior glide for my femur. But with that, oh, not inferior, I should say, posterior glide for my femur, ball and socket. But also, with that being said, since I am also I also need abduction with it, I also tried having a glide going a little bit anteriorly, having the band. As you can see here, I pretty much do that in between sets of my sumo, and as time went on, it actually felt better and better. So I think I'm on the right track. I was just really playing around with the concept here, so I might make a video if it kind of works out really well, on how to fix hip pain while converting to sumo, but that's a little bit more specific than, you know, fixing hip pain while you squat. But I'm sure you guys might be interested. I can't be the only one that feels like their crotch is gonna explode while sumo deadlifting. So that's that, and then went on to bench press. Everything felt pretty good here. I had 235 for maximal reps. I ended up doing 12. Felt pretty solid. Didn't want to push it too much because I'm still a little sore. And then I hit it off with some bro lateral raises. So I've been doing a lot of lateral raises, and I feel like I can feel the difference. So my shoulders definitely feel a little bit thicker, and I'm hoping that that will translate to a bigger bench and also that aesthetic life. Anyways, that is it. I think I talked a little bit too much for this video, so for all you guys that are still staying with me, I thank you kindly. And other than that, train hard, train smart. And even with the power of the moose, you can see here I have a moose hat. My wife pretty much asked me to do that. She pretty much gave me like, oh, if you care about me, you'll wear this during your squat. I'm like, fuck it, I'll wear it. And because I pretty much